What's going on, YouTube? I actually taking a little break from doing some homework. Like I said, I'm just trying to do my master's degree online. It's pretty difficult. What is that? Oh, well, it's pretty difficult to do online. I never expected it to be this hard. I mean, it's not like I'm new to college at all. It's just it's difficult. But like I said, things got to get done some way somehow. This is gonna be a response video to Chase that coin. Actually, he's a new YouTube channel. He kind of was like one of the comments. He was kind of gets not 100% all the way into Bitcoin yet, and I kind of want to just kind of give a little advice on that. So I figured I could just make a video. You know, it kind of helps me out too. Um, in that way. I was kind of feeling, you know, when I first started Bitcoin, whether I should actually even do this because there are a lot of scams on the internet. A lot. Like I just showed you from one of my previous videos where I actually tried to help a friend out and invest a little bit of money, very small amount, to see if it was, you know, good because I didn't want him using his own money to, especially if he only has a little bit of satoshis, to invest in this sketchy kind of online company, which it was kind of sketchy. It didn't really work out, but that has no reflection of Bitcoin at all. It's actually just some third party kind of website. Yeah, when I first started Bitcoin, I was extremely skeptical how you could put a little bit of money into something and turn around and make double, maybe even triple. For most of you guys who don't really know what time period I actually came into Bitcoin and started kind of collecting myself, I kind of entered the whole Bitcoin scene around the 220 price point, um, which is pretty low, definitely a lot lower than it is today, exchange rate. Yeah, but still, it's definitely not in like 2009 or something like that. But yeah, I was doing a pretty good job back then. Which it wasn't that long ago, a few months ago, but you learn a lot very rapidly using Bitcoin. You pretty much overnight, you just start getting really addicted and trying to research as much information as you can. Because once you actually start putting money towards something, I feel that's when you really take things serious. You know, you can watch a million videos until you actually put any type of real money into uh, a dream. You're never really gonna take it 100% serious. So yeah, I do recommend, you know, going full force into Bitcoin. Don't be afraid. I was afraid at first, but now I can't believe I took this long to actually do it. Because even when it was at 220 for a Bitcoin, I was extremely sketchy about buying one just because for the simple fact I figured that was too high for Bitcoin to spend any type of money on something I'm not actually holding. Uh, yeah, I was really hesitating for the longest time to even buy one at that price. And that's now today's rate. That would be amazing to even get our hands on something like that. Um, so I kind of waited a little bit, and then once I seen it going up a few dollars, I said, okay, I have to buy it. So I started buying it at that price point. And yeah, and then once I actually, because for me, I like to buy, you know, like if I'm doing something online, I like to test the water. So I bought some, and then around 220, and then I sold it, and then I want to see how long it takes to get my bank account. And honestly, I use Coinbase, and it went in like it says 2 days. It went in like a day and a half, really fast. It was no real problems at all. And that's when I was like, okay, well now I can actually trust, you know, using this. My money did go in, and you know that's when I really started getting hooked onto it, and ever since I can't stop talking about it. We all know this guy called Bitcoin Jesus. Well, I talk about Bitcoin so much to people, you might as well call me Bitcoin Moses. I'm serious. It's to the point, like I said, you know, people come around, they already know once I use the word bit, either your mind stays in it or not. You know, some people just don't want to hear it because they don't have the funds, and I know that's the reason, not because they don't want to hear about Bitcoin. And a lot of people who do want to know about Bitcoin just don't have the funds sometimes, you know, and that's very understandable. And some people do have the funds and really interested, and then that same day they're ready buying Bitcoin. Sometimes even without my assistance, so that's also a good thing to be able to encourage. But yeah, definitely go into 100%. Don't be nervous about it. For me, it's probably way better than stocks. It is way better than stocks because most of you don't know. I'm telling a lot of little fucking secrets about myself. I actually was in the stock market. Not years ago. I was in the stock market. I put a lot of money into it. Yeah, it did not work out for me a lot. money into it. I put about 260k into it, and I only left with like 180. And at that time, I didn't really understand the whole how taxation works with if you gains and losses with taxes. If you gain a certain amount, the government would want a cut of that. Of course, you can't win. And if you lose, losses, they won't really bother you. So of course I lost losses, so I didn't really have to pay any taxes on that. And that's when I decided to buy this house. I really wanted to have some type of asset in my hand that I could, at least hold on to. At that time, I was living with an ex girlfriend or something. We was living in an apartment. I was just got sick and tired of living in an apartment, so I decided to do that. But yeah, the stock market was like the worst idea ever. I don't know why it was even a thought at all, because that's a huge chunk. I could really put some of that money to better use. But like I said, Bitcoin for me is like almost an alternative to stocks. Is simpler to use. You don't really need that many people uh, mingling in your business just to be able to buy and sell stocks. You could just grab a tablet and be able to uh, buy Bitcoin right away. You don't have to wait on anybody. You can use prediction charts to be able to see where it might be predicting to go. And like I said, not all predictions are 100% accurate, but it's better than not having anything. It's better to fight a dragon with a sword than with a stick. So I guess that's the best analogy for that. But yeah, that's pretty much where I stand. And no, I was not like some super millionaire. I actually, before I was really invested in stocks. I actually, for a week and a half, I was homeless technically. Um, yeah, most people don't really know that, but yeah, so that's kind of why I relate a lot to the homeless, and I'm really kind of pushed towards doing that. Because at one point in time I was there. It wasn't very long, but I do understand that concept of doing that. And then things kind of worked out in my life. Like I said, when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. And now I'm here, and I'm over here talking about Bitcoin. So, and I'm doing accomplishing a lot. So they're never just kind of, I guess, just give up and stuff and just be nervous and trying things. Because if that was the case, I wouldn't be here where I'm actually talking to you through internet in the house and all that other stuff. So yeah, guys, definitely encouraged to try to doing all that, and don't be scared of Bitcoin. You might as well go on it now. You don't want to wait until it's like $1,000 of Bitcoin. And it's looking like it's going that way. Every time I look at the prediction charts, even today I even looked at it. Um, it went up like $20. So we're like at 1,120 something dollars in 3 months for Bitcoin. Prediction, not 100% accurate. We all know that. But even if that's even somewhat accurate, even if it goes up to 800, that's still a humongous difference than what we're actually buying them at now. So automatically we change your price in your exchange site dramatically. But yeah, don't be afraid of it. Just do what you do, and keep making videos. More you spread the word about Bitcoin, and the more videos are out there, the more people are gonna stumble on it, and the more people are gonna kind of catch on to what Bitcoin is about. So don't be afraid to make videos. It actually helps the whole entire community. The more we talk about it, because it's kind of like a spider's web. The more webbing you have, the more people are actually. I hate using that analogy. The more people kind of get caught onto it. Um, but yeah, so just keep doing what you do. Don't be nervous. But all right, guys, I'm gonna end this video here because I have to get back to studying. It's killing me. It's mind blowing to even have to do this. Yeah, I need some free time, fresh air. All right, guys, I'm gonna leave it here. Later.